This is the Pro Football Chase podcast, a podcast that has featured interviews with Rams wide receiver Robert Woods.
To reach 1,000 yards, and last year, unfortunately, I got hurt midway in the season. But other than that, just working and grinding to get to this point, and finally broke it with a lot of games left.
Packers wide receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Just the fact that we got all-pro on the other side of the ball, in Devontae. So when you got a guy like that, that's just going to get the main focus. Obviously, people start to know my name a little bit after I made a few plays here and there.
Broncos offensive guard Ronald Leary.
It would either have to be a counter or a pin and pull play when we get on the edge and run. I think it's always impressive when big guys can get out that stance and move and hit somebody.
And rising stars Dalton Risner, Charles Amenahu, and Jawan Williams. This is a podcast that offers player perspectives from some well-decorated veterans, including T.J. Hushmanzada.
And people will say, "Oh, well, is Dak Prescott a franchise quarterback? Look at his record. It tells you he is. Oh, he has a great because he has Ezekiel Elliott. You tell me a quarterback in the entire NFL that's not Tom Brady that does more with less."
Game previews, recaps, and analysis. Turn the volume up. The chase is on, and the chase is live. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the Pro Football Chase podcast. It's Isaac Signs with you, and joining me for an interview this afternoon is Raiders safety Karl Joseph. Joseph was selected with the 14th overall pick of the 2016 NFL Draft out of West Virginia. He was the first safety drafted in his class, and up to this point, Joseph has recorded 212 total tackles, 3 interceptions, 13 pass defenses, and 3 sacks through 45 career games and 37 starts. So, Karl, thanks again for joining me, and how are you doing?
Good, man. Appreciate you having me. Doing good, man. We're in a little bye week, trying to catch up on a little rest and spend some time with my family.
That's great to hear. I'm sure you're enjoying the rest as you get ready to pick up where you left off in this NFL season. So let's go ahead and take it back, Karl, to training camp when HBO's Hard Knocks covered the Raiders during the preseason. I've heard many coaches and players speak out against it, so I'm curious to hear your take on the series. So how did you handle all the cameras and national spotlight?
Man, it was pretty cool, man. It was a real cool experience. I think the producers and the Hard Knocks staff did a real good job of, not really interfering with too much of everything we had going on, respecting certain boundaries. And I think it was a pretty cool experience for everybody involved.
Real quick, Karl, I don't know if you're going to address this or not, but do you have any comment about the whole Antonio Brown hoopla circus?
Nah, man, it's a lot of, disappointing, we definitely wanted him to be a part of the team, but, stuff happens like that, man, but what's to say about that situation?
All right, so entering the 2019 season, many quote-unquote experts pegged the Raiders as bottom feeders in the AFC, criticizing Jon Gruden and GM Mike Mayock for some of the moves they've made over the offseason. But that has obviously not been the case, as you have been one of the surprise teams in the NFL. So how have y'all used the negativity as fuel to grow closer as a team and find some early success?
I think, everybody, love being picked as an underdog, man. I think we take that as a challenge. We know what kind of players we have and the kind of staff we have. So we know we're more than good enough to compete in this AFC division. We just focused on getting better every week. Proving everybody wrong. So it's just about staying consistent, getting better, improving every week, and just taking it one game at a time. So, we just gotta continue climbing that ladder and keep getting better as a team. We have a very young team, so just gotta keep getting better, man.
Give us some insight about the type of coach and leader Jon Gruden is within the Raiders organization. We saw the video after y'all's victory over the Bears in London. It just seems like y'all are having a good time. The culture is good. So talk a little bit about Jon Gruden and the type of passion and fuel he gives you all as a team.
I think you just said it, man. I think he's a very passionate coach, very passionate about what he do. Works hard. I don't think there's too many coaches that work as hard as him, man. The excitement he brings, the level of intensity he brings in the room, it's fun to be around. And, I think everybody can see that he's trying to build something special within this organization, with the kind of people he's added, such as, GM Mike Mayock. So, it's fun to be around, man. I think we believe in what he's doing. So, it's just about everybody buying in.
You played the Bears across the pond in London last Sunday. Can you share a little bit about your experience there and how the time change factored into your preparation?
I think it was good. I think last year we went there, on the short week, and I think we noticed that, it's a little hard adjusting to that time difference on the short week. And I think this year, we did a better job of traveling. We went there a little earlier, and we're able to, get established to the time difference. And I think that really helped us, feeling fresh out there and being, acclimated with the with the time difference, the weather, and all that stuff. So, I think we traveled pretty well, man. It was fun. The stadium was beautiful, man. It's a fairly new stadium, and I think more than anything else, man, we got a great win against a great team. So it was a real fun trip.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, Carl. You played at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which is home to one of the premier soccer teams in Europe. So it seems like there's always big turnouts of NFL fans out there in London. What kind of feedback and vibe did you feel from Raider Nation across the pond?
It was great, man. I think Raider Nation came out and was in full effect. And I think, Chicago was a little deep as well over there. Maybe, has to do with the fact they're a little closer to London. But I thought the atmosphere was great, man. It was a beautiful stadium, like I said. I was actually able to catch the Premier League game with the Tottenham Spurs and Bayern Munich over there early in the week. So that atmosphere in that stadium is crazy, man. It's a beautiful stadium.
Now, as for your personal performance this season, you've got 26 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 pass defense, and 1 fumble recovery. How would you grade your level of play through 5 games?
I'm just focused on getting better, man. Keep getting better. I think I can always room for improvement. Think teams doing well. I think our defense is getting better every week. It's not all just about me. But like I said, man, I'm always focused on getting better, so I'm improving every week. I think definitely have room for that. Keep growing and keep getting better. It's a long season, so for me, it's just about staying healthy and keep getting better every week.
What has it been like playing your second season in defensive coordinator Paul Guenther's scheme? I know you talked a little bit about it in the preseason and how you're feeling more comfortable with your role. So can you just shed a little bit more light about what Guenther's like and how you're adapting to his defensive game plan?
It's a fun system to be in, man. I think it's built around playmakers and stuff like that, especially in the back end with safety and the nickel position. It's built for guys like that to make plays. So it's a real fun system. I think I'm definitely a lot more comfortable in it this year than I was last year. I think we all are. It was a bunch of new guys coming together last year in the system. And I think this year we all have a much better understanding of the system. So it's fun, man. I think you can see that every week that, we're getting better. We're getting more comfortable in the system and playing together. So it's a real fun system to be in.
How fun is it to be a part of such a young, talent-filled secondary? You got Garyon Conley, Daryl Worley, Trayvon Mullen, the rookie out of Clemson, and then the newly signed acquisition from the Rams, LaMarcus Joyner. So how do you all push each other to be better every single day?
Oh, it's fun, man, because I think we're close. We're a close group more than anything, and I think that's more important than anything else. You know, more important than talent or anything like that. The fact that we're a very close group, and we want to play well for each other. So you know, nobody have a high ego where, you know, it feels like you're too big to say anything to anybody else in the room. So it's really fun to be around those guys.
Talk a little bit about Derek Carr, the leader he is in that locker room. I know there's been all kinds of different reports about Derek Carr and him not really being in control of the locker room, but I always like to ask players like you because you're within that organization. You know what goes on behind closed doors. So, Derek Carr, what type of leader is he, and how do his teammates respond to his style of leadership?
See, I don't know what anybody else saying about him, but you know, I love Derek, man. I think he's a great guy more than anything, not just the football player, Derek Carr. I think as a person, he's a real great guy, great person, family guy. So, you know, we all respect him in the locker room. I don't know what anybody says about him, but man, he's a great guy, a great leader. You know, I think we all believe in him. And I think, as you can see, these first few games this season, the kind of player and leader he is, you know, the way he's controlling the offense and able to help us win games every week. So, man, I think he's doing a great job. And like I said, we're all coming together. We're a very young team, and I think he's doing a great job. He's a real good leader.
Now, Carl, I know this is probably very difficult to answer on the spot, but being a safety, you're out there taking down some of these high-profile running backs. And so, since your time being in the NFL, if you had to name a couple of running backs that are just so difficult to bring down in open space, what would that list look like?
That is hard to on the spot, man. I don't think it's a lot of good guys, a lot of great running backs in the league, man. There's quite a few that I haven't had the chance to play against yet, but the guys that I have played against, man, is Philip Lindsay, of course. You know, as fast and explosive as he is, you know, he's a hard guy to bring down in space. Melvin Gordon, with the physicalness he runs with and power he runs with. And you know, of course, Kareem Hunt, when he was with the Chiefs, was definitely a hard guy to bring down. And you know, even Damian Williams now with the Chiefs, he's hard too. So it's a lot of guys, man. Especially like you said, it's easier to name with your division because you played them multiple times during the year. But you know, there's still a lot of guys that I haven't had the chance to play against yet. You know, some of the top backs in the league. So I think we're you know, you ask me that question again later in the season, I'll probably have a better list for you.
So now, next on the schedule, you travel to Green Bay to take on
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers and the Packers as you come out of your bye week. So they're playing on Monday night, Carl, so I'm assuming you got some plans to watch them, huh?
No, I'm definitely gonna watch that game, man. I think it's gonna be a real good challenge for us, especially the secondary or in our defense, man. I think it's gonna really show us where we at as a secondary. You know, he's obviously one of the best quarterbacks in this league, so I'm definitely planning on watching that game. Man, it's gonna be a real good challenge. I think we're up for it though. You know, playing against one of the best quarterbacks in this league. We know the kind of challenge it brings. So I'm excited for it. I think we're excited for our opportunity as a team. So it's gonna be a big test for us.
What is your message to Raider Nation and especially the fans of Oakland as you play what is likely to be the final season at the Coliseum? It just seems like they're ruckus. They show out regardless of the circumstance. What's your message to them as you continue on with this season?
Nah, man, we love Raider Nation. Definitely appreciate their support. We know, no matter what the case is, win, lose, or draw, man, they always come full support and they love this team and we love them. You know, we're trying to make this last season a special one for them. So, you know, we just tell them we love them, man. We really appreciate the nation. They travel well. I think they're one of the most loyal fan base in this league.
Well, Carl, again, I appreciate you taking the time to join me today, bro, and I wish you nothing but the best as you move forward into this season and keep up the great work, and I'm looking forward to watch the Raiders. It looks like you all got something good going on, so keep it up, bro. Blessings, and take care.
Appreciate you having me, man. Thank you, man. Keep doing your thing, bro.
Yes, sir. Blessings.
I appreciate you. Yes, sir.